and welcome to another episode of the Becker County Master Gardener's Rambling Rose. My name is McCrae Putnam, and I thought I'd show you a little bit about summer pruning, or deadheading as we call it, to keep your flowers blooming pretty much all year long. And we've had such a hot year that it's kind of a little different this year. I know a few of them I have trimmed way back. If they're out in the sun, I've taken my petunias and trimmed them back as far as just leaving like 6 inches above. So these get enough shade, so they're doing quite well. But here's an option here. First off, you want to get some disinfecting wipes, because I'm not sure what I pruned last with my pruners here. You want to keep them clean, especially if you have any fungus or anything you're getting rid of. Always clean your pruning shears before you move on to your next plant. Otherwise you'll just be moving your bacteria throughout your garden, and that's no fun at all. So I like these little pruning shears because they're short, they're excellent for flowering, and when you prune, you just go in right to the thing and you just cut that whole head off. I know you can go around and just pull the top off like that, but this will eventually seed still, so you want to go in and trim it right off on your annuals here. So I'm going to go through. There's quite a few here. Here's an option here I can show you. The head had just come off, and now the seeds have already gone to seed, so, which I collect later, but you don't want that when you want them to continue to bloom. Here's another annual that I will also trim way back. Gotta go to the crease. Look for a corner there. Oop, where'd it go? And get rid of that. There's another one here. And then on your little ones here, I have some colibricoa. You can go through, same thing. Trim off where the dead flower had gone. These ones have already bloomed out, but I really like the flowers, so I cut them off and I let the green go. So, and then on your perennials, I have some sage here, and this is one that you want to prune now because you may get some more flowers. See some trying to go here? So if I go through and trim these back to the first nice bunch of green leaves, I may get some more flowers this year. It's been awfully hot, so maybe, maybe not. But I'll go through and trim my sage back quite well. So all you see is greenery. I'll leave, of course, a few little tops there, but go through. And the greenery then, what's nice about this too is the plant doesn't have to work as hard because it's still trying to make seeds and go to the heads here. So if you prune them off, you won't need as much water. And as hot as it's been, I know we don't want to go outside as much, but you almost have to do a little more in the garden to keep your flowers looking good and use less water. And there's another perennial I'd like to show you, and it's around the corner. So I'll meet you over there. We'll show you how to trim some hostas. Here you can see I have a nice row of hostas. In a future show I'm going to show you how to thin these out, because as you can see they've kind of gotten a little big for their britches here. And this one's getting a little burned in the sun, so I kind of want to thin it out and move it to another shady spot. But today we're talking about pruning, so I'm going to show you here when after your flowers are spent, if you're not going to collect seeds, you want to go down the plant as far as you can and cut that off. Down the plant as far as you can and cut that off. And then you still have some pretty hosta. My other ones are still blooming, nothing to trim there. Still looks good. All right, another pruning option I was talking about earlier, I have petunias out here, and I trim these back. You can see about a week ago over here, and you can see the new growth coming. Because it was so hot, it was like, oh, I couldn't hardly keep the watering on it, so I just trimmed them all back, and they're already starting, and I should have some more petunias coming up soon. And here I'm going to prune that one off right there, because you can see when it turns brown, it's got seeds in there. So that's kind of what you're avoiding, is it going to seed so quickly, because you want the energy of the plant to go to making flowers. So just an option. Another option is to put them in the shade. I had some plants that were too hot. I just moved them to a little shadier spot. So I hope this helps you with your pruning and your summer gardening. Thanks for watching.